Hi everyone, welcome back to the craft room. In today's video, I'm going to be upcycling 3 thrifted items. Well, actually 4. One is an apothecary bottle. The second one is a pair of flower plaques that I purchased. And the third is 2 vintage wood rolling pins. So if that sounds like something you would enjoy, then be sure and stick around. We are going to get started on this bottle. Now, normally, when I'm painting glass, I would put a primer on it first. But because the bottom of this is frosted, I don't feel like I'm going to have to do that. But I am going to do it on the lid because this is not frosted. So what I'm going to use is Pentart acrylic primer in white for the lid. So basically, what I'm going to do is first I'm just going to paint this lid with this primer paint and try to get all around the edge there. Oh, look, I am such a messy painter. And then I'll spread it out and try and not have big globs. Wipe some of this paint off. I just want something for the color that I'm going to use on here to stick to. And so that it won't come off. So now I'm going to go around in the shape of the top and let that dry. I may put another coat on it. I'm not sure yet. Okay, now for the bottle, I am going to use Fusion Mineral Paint in the color Plaster. Now, the first coat I'm going to brush on, but the second coat I'm going to dab on with my sponge dabbers because I want some texture on this bottle. Now, I could also mix some baking soda with my paint or some salt wash, but I haven't decided yet if I want to do that. I may do a crackle effect on this bottle. So I don't want to have too much texture for the crackle effect. So let's start painting our bottle. Get my paint here. Okay, so I have all my coats of paint on the bottle and on the lid. I ended up putting 2 coats of the primer on here and then 2 coats of the plaster color. So I have this that I'm going to put on my bottle. I believe I got this from the Graphics Fairy. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to decoupage it onto this piece of copy paper. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I am going to do a little trick. While the decoupage is wet, you light the edges and then dab them with a wet paper towel so it gives it an old, worn look. All right, so I am going to brush the back of this with the Mod Podge. Oops. Okay. Just run over it with my brayer, make sure it's stuck down well. Okay, so while the Mod Podge is wet, I'm gonna cut off this excess paper real quick over here off to the side. And then I'm gonna burn the edges. I have a wet paper towel here. I'm going to cut some more of this off. That's too much paper. All right. So that's how we get that old worn look. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, instead of decoupaging this onto my bottle, I'm going to use a glue stick instead. Because this is copy paper, so it's a lot heavier and I won't have to use as much decoupage medium. So that's what I'm going to use to put this on the bottle. I use the Elmer's purple glue stick. If I can find it. Here it is. Nope. Yep, that's it. And I like it because you could see if you missed areas. I just like to make sure I get the edges really well. And it dries clear, so you don't have to worry about seeing any purple. When I get those clumps, I just spread them out. All right. I'm going to lay my bottle. Just want to make sure I get it straight. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, I think. What do you guys think? Yeah. All right. So next, I am going to put, I'm going to mold something to put around the neck of the bottle for a little more added detail. So let me go through my molds and I'll show you what we're going to use. All right. This mold I got from Temu, and I am going to use this top one here to put around the neck of my bottle. So I need to dust the inside of the mold with a little bit of cornstarch, just so that the clay doesn't stick, and I won't need the whole mold, obviously. This should be enough right here, I hope. All right. And then I usually will tap out the excess. Let me move this out of my way here. All right. I will get my air dry clay. I have it in a Ziploc bag. That's how I keep it. Yep, still doing it, but not as bad. Okay, now I want to measure it. Oh, I'm short. I'm short. All right, I have this molded and I cut it to fit. So now I'm going to take my Tight Bond glue and put it on there, grab a brush, spread it out, paying close attention to my edges. Okay. I'm gonna have to cut it a little more, maybe. Maybe I'm just gonna leave it alone. And leave well enough alone. I mean, I could cut it, but I'm just gonna leave it. I also have this awesome skeleton hand mold. I believe I got this from Temu as well. And what I would like to do is mold 2 of these and have them coming onto the label. Very delicately. Okay. So I'm going to put one over here. Very gently. All right. OMG. Okay. Hopefully it's on there and it's not going to go anywhere. Looks pretty cool, I think. Now for the lid, I was thinking I have a skeleton head mold. So I was thinking of putting a skeleton head on each side of the lid. So let's see how that works out. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm going to use this mold. So I molded one, and now I need to mold another one. These are silicone molds that I got a long time ago, guys. So I couldn't tell you where I got them. I mean, it's been years. I know I bought them online, and I feel like I got them on eBay from somebody. People that actually make the molds themselves and sell them. So if that is of any help to you at all, which I hope it is. Okay. So now we're going to glue it on here. So let me first put some glue back here. I just think it's going to look cool with this on the lid. All right, I'm going to set this over here and let this, I'm not going to paint this mold. I'm going to leave it this color because I will antique it. I'm going to leave it just like that. I also have a bat mold that I got off of Temu. I was thinking of putting a few bats on the bottle as well. So I will paint them before putting them on the bottle to make it easier on myself. And here I am again. I forgot to put cornstarch, but hopefully it's going to come out. And it did beautifully. All right. So I am going to paint my bats and then glue them onto my bottle. Okay, guys, I got the bats glued on and painted. After I got this one on, I was like, I should have moved it up a little bit, but I can't move it now. Once it's down, it's down. So, I have to wait for all of this to dry before I can do anything else. So, obviously, we'll be back when everything is dry. Okay, guys, our bottle has dried, actually for a couple days because I haven't been able to get down here. So now, I was going to do a crackle effect on this bottle, but I changed my mind. I am just going to use some aging wax on this piece. If I can find it. Here it is. It is Fusion. It's Fusion Mineral Paint, and it's furniture wax. But it's called aging wax. And I love this stuff. So I'm going to try on this first because I didn't put any paint on these. This is just the clay dry. There's no paint, no wax, nothing on it. I just want to see how it's going to come out. And I think it should be good without any clear wax on it first. Because this is actually a wax anyway. Let me grab my paper towel and see how it looks. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I love it. Yes. All right. We are going to do the whole bottle. Okay, guys, I have completed this project, and I would like to know what you guys think of this project. I love how it came out. I absolutely love it. I don't know. I just really like it. But I would like to know what you guys think of this one in the comments. Surprise! So you guys will remember these. These were a very bright aqua. And for some reason, I saw my can of copper spray paint and it just spoke to me. So I took these outside and I spray painted them copper. Now, as you can see, I'm not a real good spray painter. I have some, globs and, I try, but I am not that great at spray painting. But anyway, so I do like them a lot with the copper, but I want to add some detailing to the leaves and the center of the flowers. Now, I have these, they're made by Viva Decor, and they are metallic, I guess, like rubs, kind of like, yeah. Oh, rub and buff, kind of like rub and buff. Okay, so I'm going to use this really cool green because I want some patina. I'm going to do the green with this blue color. Now, these are really old. I used to use these with my polymer clay, but all you have to do is mist them with a little bit of water and you're good to go. So we're going to play. We're going to play around with this and see what I can come up with. I found that it's easier to put this on with a brush than my fingers. So I am now working on the second one, and I'm making my life much easier by using the brush. So I just wanted to let you all know that, so that if you decide you want to try something like this, you don't kill yourself trying to get in all the nooks and crannies with your fat fingers, if you have fat fingers like I do. So I'm just going to keep moving along. All right, guys, and these are the finished wall plaques. Tell me these don't look fabulous. I absolutely love them. Now, let me just say that this is the first one I did, and I learned better on the second one. It looks more blended than this one, but they still both look fantastic. Much better than what they were before, in my opinion. But you all let me know what you think about these in the comments. In today's video, we are going to upcycle these vintage wood rolling pins. So if that's something that interests you, then please stick around. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to paint both of these rolling pins with my Fusion of Victorian Lace paint. This has a sealer and a primer all in the paint, so I don't have to seal these when I'm done. That's why I really love Fusion paint, because it cuts out a step for you. So I'm going to be putting transfers on these rolling pins. So I'm going to put 3 coats of the white paint on these rolling pins. So we are going to get painting. All right, so our rolling pin is nice and dry. Normally, after I put my 3 coats of paint, I usually let them sit for at least a half hour. This has been sitting for well over an hour while I was working on another project. So it is ready to go. So I'm going to use, these are Redesign with Prima Transfers, and it's called Sweet Berries. And these I believe I got these on Amazon. So we're going to do a variety of berries on this rolling pin. So let me open these. Oh, goodness. Oh, good grief. I can't open the package. Oh, that's because it's already open. Oh, my word. All right. Put this aside. So in here, there are blueberries. We've got strawberries, cherries, and blackberries, or black raspberries, and regular red raspberries. So I guess first I'm going to put the strawberries on. So let me cut these out. And I need to figure out, now these rolling pins are a lot, they're not as big around as most of the rolling pins that I have done in the past. So I may not be able to fit as many on here as I would like, but I'm going to start this one and I'm going to do it like this. So if you're not familiar with transfers, you just peel off the white backing and you lay your transfer where you want it. And uh-oh, it's a little crooked, but that's all right. It'll be fine. And you lay it on here. And then you take your transfer tool that comes with every pack of transfers from IOD. And I usually use the side of the transfer stick on the rolling pins. It's much easier to do rather than using this because it tends to slip off like it just did there. But I try to just rub over the whole thing first. And then I will start to lift up a corner and continue to rub until the entire transfer is adhered. So this is coming out pretty easily. Okay, now that all the transfers are on, I'm just going to paint the handles to match whatever transfers I have on here. So I just decided to do the handles red, and I am using Fusion's Fort York Red. And this is primer and sealer all in one. So I do not have to seal this paint on the handles. But I will have to go back over and seal my transfers, as I said earlier, and I will probably use the polyacrylic sealer. So I'm just going to paint my handles. I try to get as close as I can to the bottom without getting it all over the white. Sometimes I end up having to go back and touch it up, and if you hold the other handle while you're painting this one, it won't move around on you. Right now I have it, the other handle is pressed up against my stomach so that it won't move around. All right, now for the second rolling pin, I am choosing some transfers from the new release IOD of for the summer, and they are Fairy Tale Florals is the name of the booklet, and there are several beautiful florals in this booklet. So I have chosen, I'm going to put this on and a few of these little ones there as well. I may add these two. I haven't decided yet, but we'll see how it comes out. All right, so I did cut out the transfer that I'm going to use to start off with, and I'm going to wrap it around. It's going to fit perfectly around the rolling pin without overlapping. So hopefully it will not give me a hard time. So I'm going to start here. Lift up this. There, see? Perfect. All right, so I'm going to start up here and work my way down. All right, guys, these are the completed rolling pins. I just love doing rolling pins. What can I say? So this is the fruit one, and then this one, oh my God, I had the perfect color paint to match these flowers here. This is a DIY paint, and the color is French Millinery. And it is the perfect color to go with these very pale purplish flowers on this rolling pin. So, I don't know, guys. What do you think? I love how these came out. Let me know what you all think in the comments.